everybody, today I'm going to be doing a flip through of my art journaling, the Magic Journal. I made this journal, this is my very first journal I ever made, my Golden Book journal, but it's not a Golden Book, it's actually a Treasure Cove story journal. And it was the first one of these I ever made, and I was really happy with how it turned out. Like, as you can see here on the side, this is how I decided to sew it, and I used this fabric as well, which is a Japanese fabric, and I also used some Japanese tape on the inside as well, and I just love it. I just love the way it turns out, how it turned out. So today I'm going to flip through this because a very lovely lady on my Instagram requested for this kind of video, and I thought, oh, I haven't finished that journal yet, so maybe I should go back, finish it, and then I can do a flip through. So this is for you, you know who you are. And thank you very much for the request. Okay, so let's flip through my journal. So what I actually really like about this journal is I started it in the year 2020. I had absolutely no idea that I had started this journal that long ago. So it's quite nice to see how I've come on and how some things in my style have not changed at all and how some things have changed. It's really interesting. But this first page was done with gouache, and I wanted to kind of have a continuation of this picture here. This is a baby Moana and this is a baby Jodi, so that's where that idea came from. And then this was obviously the start of the course, so I believe it was called Bare Necessities, I think, or something. But as you can see, I've wrote here, it's my very first art journaling the magic. If you don't know, Art Journaling the Magic is an online retreat. You just join on there and you can learn lots of new skills and meet lots of new people, and they tend to be themed as well. So this one was like a jungle adventure theme, I believe, but it was all Disney themed, so obviously this whole journal is a Disney themed, in case you haven't realized that. So yeah, that was the first page, and I think this was for the leaves. I think the leaves were the lesson with these like ombre, which is really cool. And then we did this when we took a letter and then we made it into a different part of a Disney character or a movie or something. So like here obviously I have A and it's the Up House, so that was really fun to do. I've also put in some little journaling of my own from my own adventures, and that's kind of what I like about art journaling too. You can put your own stories in there and your own memories, which is really nice. This was also a lesson on how to draw things a little bit more realistically and in proportion. As you can see, we've got the square here which helps you draw different things, so I love that. And this was fun too, like a little printout, and then we had to do obviously the watercolor. It's a really nice warm-up exercise. I still kind of like doing this. If I'm going to do a big watercolor piece, I'll just do a few fun little things first beforehand. And then I think this was James's lesson. James, yeah, it has to be because of this cute one here. So we did the lesson, and then I did like my own version, and I did my own kooky version in another book, and I liked it a lot, so I printed it and put it here. And then all these little prints you see in here, these also came with the course, so like the dates and this little castle, some of them came with the course as well, so you could just print them off. And this was our chair for our fear, so that we carried on and went through with no fear. I also decided when I made this Golden Book journal to keep the pages in here of the original story. One, because I love the illustration style. I really loved it, and I thought if I keep it somewhere else, then I bet I'll end up actually never looking at it. So I wanted to put it in the book so I could actually look at it all the time as a reference and feel inspired by it. And I also thought I could draw on here, but as you'll see as we go through, I very rarely have actually drawn on these pages. This one's cute too, and I wrote a little journal here about when I went to Japan for the first time, and we were in the Disney store, and it was quite a magical experience because I'd always wanted to go there, and I was finally there, so that was nice, and I'm glad I had a nice little page spread to put that story on. Still in 2020 here, all this stuff was done in 2020. These are really fun exercises too. We kind of came up with our own little square characters and then our circle characters. It was really nice. I loved that. And then I think that might be, oh no, there's a few more things from the course, but every now and then I just added in my own pages. So at the time I was obsessed with The Mandalorian. As you can see, I have little Grogu here. Is it Grogu? Yeah. In many different forms. And the food in the parks, especially in Tokyo, they are always really cute. They're shaped like the characters. So I decided to make my own little versions. A little macaroon there and a little ice cream cone. But yeah, I kind of like the background too. It looks like nice ice cream, like you could eat it. Oh, and then this one was just a drawing that I did again, and I never got round to fully finishing it. I really, really love it, and I think so. This was done in 2020, but you can really see what I can see anyway. I've never really been able to pinpoint my style, but I can definitely see what I currently draw now. I can definitely see it in this style here. Like, this is still very much my style. It's kind of funny, goofy, but also cute character. That's definitely my thing. And I was going to draw hair, and I just couldn't get the hair right, so I thought they'll just have like no hair, or their hair is under the hat, and I left it like this. But I was going to do some journaling here, but I just really love it the way it is, and I'm kind of scared to ruin it. So I don't think I'll finish it. I think it will just stay this way. I think it's been too long now. It's been 3 years. I can't go back and finish this page, can I? I don't know. But I just really love it. And I had this idea that the balloons that are in the park, I just had this idea of a kid coming along and snatching the whole bunch, and then just because they were so excited to be in Disney that they just got all the balloons and ran away with them. And that's where this idea came from. But I like the way the balloons turned out. I think they look really effective and like really realistic, which is nice. So yeah, I love those. Then we did some ice creams as well. And I chose to do Mike and Sully because I love them. And then I did Goofy, Chip and Dale, and Donald Duck as well. But I particularly like these two. I think they look really fun. That was another lesson as well. And this was another lesson. I believe it was April Gleason that did this lesson. I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was April. And this was really fun because we looked at the food that was in Tokyo Disney. Actually, I don't know if the burgers are in the parks in America. I can't remember. But they definitely have them in Japan. And the popcorn, the way we did this popcorn was really, really cool. I really liked that. Mine couldn't look as good as April's did. Mine don't look as realistic, but it was still such a fun lesson, and drawing the burgers too was really fun. And then we did little green men. Now, yeah, this was a lesson too. I think James did this one, so that was fun too. I love these they're like little mochi like desserts, and inside is ice cream. And I think the flavors are chocolate, mango, and strawberry, but they're really, really delicious. And if you ever go to Tokyo Disneyland, you have to try them. They're really nice. I could eat so many of them. And then this was another one I think I just decided to do on my own. And so I was thinking back to a time where I went to Disney in America, and I particularly remember the amazing apples, the candy apples. For one, they were huge and they were very expensive is what I remember my memory. But also they were very detailed, which I thought was incredible, that they're actually made to look like the characters, and a lot of work goes into one apple. But I wanted to do like the shelf with all of them on, because I distinctively remember looking at the apples and being there for a very long time looking at them all. But yeah, they look delicious. And then to further that, I did these 4. Now I think this might have been a lesson. If not, then I'm pretty sure it was a lesson actually. I think that it was Tanji's lesson, and I think that she did the Muppets, but I might be misremembering that, as it was 3 years ago. But I decided to do the Lion King. Scar is my favourite villain, and this is one of my favourite films growing up, so I decided to do the Lion King, and I really liked them. I loved the way they turned out, and I tried to make their hair look more like cream and little chocolate eyes, and these are like almond nuts, and I tried to think about how it would look if it was an actual thing you could eat, so like a sweet for the nose and things like that. So that was really fun to do as well. And then this was sort of just something I wanted to do myself. So there's a lot of theme of food throughout this journal, as you can see and as you can tell. So I wanted to do my own costumes, because I actually did this video on my channel, so you might remember it if you've been here a while. I did do this video on my channel, and they are different foods that you can get in Tokyo Disney, but they're costumes, because lots of people in Tokyo Disneyland, they actually do dress up really quite amazingly, the costumes that they wear at Halloween time, but also all year round. They have matching, like the couples have really cute matching outfits, and I just wanted to imagine what the food would look like as costumes, so that's why I did this. And then I remember doing this, it was still 2020, it was Minnie and Mickey's birthday, so I did this on my YouTube channel as well. If you fancy going back into the archives, you can find it somewhere. You'll be able to dig it up. I actually can't believe it's been 3 years. That's quite a long time. I'm shocked by that, to be honest. It doesn't feel like it's been 3 years at all. And then this was when they were building the brand new Beauty and the Beast ride at Tokyo Disney. And I just wanted to draw it. So there was a few images at the time, and there was also some artwork of what it might look like. So this was kind of my interpretation of it. It doesn't really look like this. The colours are a lot more muted, but I wanted to do them just bright to see what they would look like. But it is supposed to be the Beast's castle. But this is just my fun interpretation of it. And I believe I did this as a 1-line contour. No, I didn't, because you would see the lines, but I think I just did it straight in pen, which is why it's this far up the page and this close to the top, because I did it in pen with no pencil. So yes, but I do like that one, it's really nice. And then this was just one that I did. I don't think it was a lesson. This is me and my husband in a cup of hot chocolate or tea, and we are dressed as Shirley May and Duffy. Obviously this did not really happen, but it's inspired by the Teacup Brides. And then this was, obviously you might recognize this picture. This is a Mary Blair study. So I just wanted to see how closely I could copy the picture, and I actually did this with my mom. So sometimes we just like to paint together. When I lived obviously in Japan and she lived back here in England, we did a lot of painting online together, and this was one of them, and I love this one, this Mary Blair study. I think it's really, really cool, and you learn so much just from studying other people's artwork. Obviously I'm not copying it, I'm just taking little elements, like learning little elements and adding them. I might add them to my own, I might not, but it's a fun way to discover your style and what you love to do and what you don't like to do. I'm just going to check we're still recording. Yes, we are. And then this is a Pua, little Pua, And I think I did this on my channel as well. I did 2 of these, so I wanted to do the whole background in gouache and just be kind of free with it as well. This might have been a lesson actually, not this exact thing, but this layout might have been a lesson, and maybe me and Mom were catching up on the lesson, but I decided to do it in quite a different style. So I did my own kind of version, and I love this. I used my new jelly gouache palette. At the time it was new, so I actually wanted a way to test all the colours out. So I did this big paint palette, which was really fun because I actually put the colour on here and then used the colour and patted it over here, so, and obviously here as well, you can see. But I really like this page. I think it's composed really well and just visually really fun, and I could totally see this as something you could hang on your wall as well, this picture of Mickey as well. I love the background, and I was very impressed with the gouache as well. This one too was done with my jelly gouache. Really love it. Obviously it's Maleficent, and I just wanted to have this fade from light to dark, and obviously good to evil, happy to sad. And I do like the way this one turned out. I would really love to do this again actually and see if my style has developed at all. I don't believe it's changed a whole lot, but that would be interesting for me to look at. And then we have, who's in here? This is Raya. So I watched Raya the Last Dragon on my birthday. So this was in 2021. So we are in 2021 now. And yeah, I had to draw a picture. I really loved the dragon. I thought it was really beautiful. And then I really loved Tuk Tuk, the little sidekick. I thought the character design for this particular character was really nice. I thought it just suited it really well. And we always love a cute little sidekick. So I think Tuk Tuk fit that role perfectly. And I really like this drawing and this scene as well, when he's nicking these little things. I can't remember what they are, but he wants to eat everything. And then this one on the right is another Mary Blair study. As you can see, you'll probably recognize this picture. Beautiful style. Obviously Mary Blair is an inspiration to so many people, so many artists. So I just love doing these character studies, artist studies, because I learned so much from them. And I believe I did that with jelly gouache as well. And then this is my little Pinocchio. I did show this, I believe, on my Instagram. Oh, there is a video of this as well on my YouTube. And I really like this. I really like this style of artwork, and I do always get people ask me if they can have prints of these ones. So I would like to get around to doing that one day, because I think it would look so cute in a nursery or something like that. These little sketches as well are really cute. I'm happy with that. And then this one, we're back in present day. I did this the other day because I wanted to finish my journal, and this was one of the blank pages. So there we go, and it's Dumbo. And I actually had a lot of fun. I was looking on YouTube and looking at the actual movie for references, because if you type in like stills from Dumbo, you don't actually find that much. You get like the front cover and maybe a couple of stills, but you don't actually get a lot of the movie. So I wanted to see lots of different scenes, and this was kind of my interpretation of it, and I like this page as well. And then what have we got next? So we've got a few more pages of the story, and then we have my house from Encanto. I love this one as well. This is also on my channel. You can go and watch it if you haven't. So there's quite a lot of videos in here, so you've probably already seen quite a lot of this book. But I was really happy with this piece, and it just came very naturally. I remember it was a very sunny day when I was painting it, and it was lovely. It actually might have been rainy. I don't know. But anyway, I felt very peaceful when I was painting it, and I really liked the way it turned out. And then we have The Princess and the Frog. So this one I believe I did in probably 2020 or 2021. And this one I did the other day, just to finish off the page. And I'm so happy with it. This is my little drawing of, I think his name is Ralph. But in the movie, he's kind of really not the most attractive little bug, so I've made him like a baby version, like a little cute version. And the beignets as well, I would love to try one of those. I've never tried one before. And yeah, I'm really happy with this page too. And then I was going to say this is probably my favorite page because I just love how many different styles are here, and the different I used a lot of different like mixed media on this page. I've got Posca pens and crayons and watercolors and pencil sketches and felt tips, and it's just like the ultimate play page. This is kind of what I would like to do when I was a kid. I just like get loads of different mediums and just go mad and have lots of fun, and I really love that. I love this Princess Leia here as well, and yeah, I'm very happy with that page. And this was another lesson, so we're back to 2020 now, because I wanted all the Muppet stuff at the back of the journal, so I just flipped to the back of the journal to find a random page. And I love this lesson too. It was really fun. It was like the Muppets on carousel. On the carousel. It was very cute, very fun idea for a lesson. I really like them. And then this was another lesson as well. I believe Nathan did this lesson, and I did a Miss Piggy on this page, and I did not like her, so I painted over her with this gouache as well. I'm not too keen on the Muppets, so I think you can tell in kind of the artwork that I've produced is not my favorite, because I think if you don't love your inspiration, then it's really hard to draw something that you're gonna end up liking. But that being said, I did decide to do this cutesy version. As you can see, I did it the other day. Cutesy version of Miss Piggy and Kermit when they are going to Disneyland together, and I just thought it would be adorable, like he's bringing her along, and it's like, come on, let's go to Disneyland. I just thought that was a fun idea, and probably more in my style as well. And this was a blind drawing of Tanji who runs the course. Tanji runs the course, and yes, we had to draw her without looking at the paper, and I actually really like this. I think it's really cool the way it turned out. I'm really happy with it. And then that's the end. I decided to write, let's go to Tokyo Disney, because I'd love to go there all together. It would be really fun. And I did some sketches of the food that you can eat there, and I haven't coloured it in because I actually quite like it plain. I might colour it in eventually, but yeah, this is my final page. That is a Mike bun, by the way. I forgot to colour in his eye, which makes it look kind of freaky, but it is the Mike Wazowski melon bun. And I believe I've tried all of these things on this page. They're all very good. I would recommend them all. And that's it. So the last page is another Moana page. Beautiful. And that is it. So I really hope you enjoyed that flip through. I cannot tell you how satisfying it is to finish a journal after 3 years. I do think there is a lot that I probably would change now, like having actually looked through it, and I think I would add a lot more to the pages, probably fill them a lot more and make it look a little bit more exciting. But because it was my very first journal like this, I didn't want to alter it too much, because I think it's nice to, like I said, look back on how far that you've come in your art journey, instead of like trying to alter it to make it look better. So I just thought I would leave it how it was and finish the few pages that I hadn't finished yet. So thank you very much for that suggestion again. I've had so much fun just coming on here and chit-chatting with you today. I will be back next Sunday with a brand new video. So take care everybody, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.